Video games are an art form, designed to make us feel. Feel happiness, feel sadness, feel like the world has gone away when you're playing your favourite game. But what is it that prepares you to feel? A video game trailer is a short gameplay or cinematic demo of a game that's upcoming. They're made to encourage the buyer, you, to get hyped for the release of a game. Whether it's through pure excitement or tension, they're designed to leave you saying, wow, I want to buy that game. So here's 5 of my favourite examples of video game trailers. Number 5. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now this trailer did its job for me. I remember seeing this trailer before Brotherhood came out years back and thinking to myself, I need to play this game. So I went and bought myself Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 the following week, and eventually ended up buying Brotherhood when it released. In this trailer, we see our protagonist, Ezio Auditore, slowly walking through a crowd of people, with each guard slowly beginning to realise that he's came to assassinate the target. They slowly begin to try and kill him, with them mysteriously being taken out by someone or something. We then see Ezio cornered by spearmen, threatened and mocked before his assassin comrades take out the spearmen and join his front line. This is all obviously accompanied with some beautiful music and tension building. It builds an atmosphere which leaves an imprint on your mind, before ending with a shot of Ezio jumping towards the camera. So why is this good? Well, this leaves you wondering what happens next. They leave you with a cliffhanger. The music is solemn and perfect for the scenario. A real good sound design all in all, I think. And most of all, it makes you want to be an assassin. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? Mwah, you did good. Number 4. Gears of War's Mad World trailer. The only thing you're going to see in this trailer is 3 things. Familiar faces, worn out places, and worn out faces. Gears of War trailer starts with your protagonist Marcus Phoenix almost mourning the destruction before him. The city, wherever he is in ruins from whatever conflict the game is going to show you before the literal ground before him begins to collapse. He runs out of shot, cutting to a second scene where we see him now in the same city but what looks like nighttime. Marcus runs through the abandoned streets before seeing something climb from cover as he dives through a window. He's greeted with this beautiful array of almost firefly looking lights in the dark, before his gunfire lights it up to see that it is a huge monster before him. So, why is it good? Well, for a start, all the cinematic that you've seen is accompanied by Gary Jules' Mad World track, and it's perfect for the trailer and the atmosphere that it portrays. The trailer leaves just enough in the air for you to wonder, why is he running? What is he fighting? And am I actually going to get to fight that giant spider monster? And lastly, it ends again in a cliffhanger. The giant monster raises its claws into the air and stomps down on Marcus before you're greeted with the game's logo and the last few seconds of music. I absolutely love it because it leaves you thinking, wow, what happened? Did it kill him? Did it not? What is that monster? How big is it? Do I get to fight it? What goes on? So much. Gears of War. Very well done. Number 3. Skyrim's live action trailer. A crow flies away suddenly. A child is running from something. And numerous shots of old vulnerable people looking towards this something are shown. You see people scurry away in dozens, soldiers failing to prepare their horses for whatever it is that's coming after them, and the constant imagery of fire. Before you hear the roar of whatever it is, soldiers taking off their armour and begin to run. Mothers grasping their babies in fear, all people laying down accepting their fate. All hope is lost. But the camera cuts, the noise of all the pandemonium stops, and you see a man dressed in steel armour, a helmet with horns covering his face, and his sword sheathed on his back. He's walking towards whatever it is that the people run from. He unsheaths his sword and then you see it. A dragon lands before his feet and lets out a bellowing roar, and you're greeted with this imagery of the man stood face to face with the dragon before the game's title screen appears. So, why is it good? The trailer builds a contrast between the normal character on screen and the player. You want to walk towards the danger. You don't want to feel powerless like the people running away. It makes you feel almost immortal. You are the Dragon Slayer. There's not much music until the end of this trailer for dramatic effect. It's the sound of the people fleeing and shouting and crying. This suits the trailer because that's exactly how the situation would feel. And lastly, the tension and cliffhanger again. The tension of foreshadowing with the fire all throughout the trailer, that it's something that's making fire, like the dragon. It really makes the trailer feel authentic. Like there's a big lizard flying around and burning things and then you see it and bang, black screen. Very well done. Number 2. Dead Island. Beautiful piano music begins to play. There's a slow zoom out of a little girl and she's dead. You start to see flashes of her running with sounds of something chasing her, before her body begins to reverse through the air and back through a window, onto a man's shoulders, who's being attacked by zombies with his wife. He's cutting through them with an axe before you realise that that's her dad. The trailer is playing in the events of what's going on in reverse, while showing you what's happening in sections of clips that aren't reversed. The trailer then fades to black. You see the family's holiday, videos of them laughing, and finally the last clip of the family is them all waving goodbye to the camera before it fades to black, with the music finishing shortly after. And if you're not crying, well, I am. But why is it good? Well, the trailer has you constantly asking questions. Why is there a man on start at the fire? Why is the little girl dead? Why is her dad such a badass? And the best thing about this trailer is that surely at the end of it, it answers most of these questions, except why is that man at the start on fire? I don't know why that man's on fire still. The music is amazing. It's a beautiful song that, despite the anarchy shown on screen, really makes you sit back and just, appreciate Dad. It makes you feel something that's hard to get people to feel, and it's truly amazing. And lastly, the emotional sucker punch. There's no cliffhanger in this, it leaves everything on the table. It's obvious, they die, but it leaves an everlasting impression on the viewer that the family have died. The kid is dead, and now your emotions are dead. Dead Island, you have a mastercraft of a trailer. Very, 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 very well done. And finally, your number one. You see soldiers and they look scared. Men covered in blood, a man crying, another with his head in his arms. You see explosions and conflict before you realise that it's Halo. It's a diorama of a battle between humanity and the aliens. And the figurines of the men you see look terrified. They look like they're losing, and Bungie masterfully made these toys look so alive. You feel their sadness, you feel their stress, and it's all topped with some beautiful piano music. You see soldiers carrying their friends off the battlefield. Some aliens half buried in the sand, and the image of a man screaming in terror as he's being kidnapped by the aliens are just some of the visuals you see in this trailer before the camera cuts to an alien dressed in thick plate armour, holding a soldier in his arm. But this soldier looks different, but they're celebrating like it's a victory, holding his body in the air, or so they think, as the grenade in his hand lights up and the figurine looks directly into the camera before it cuts to black and the words "Believe" are placed on the screen. Chills. Literal chills. But why is it good? The diorama is online for anyone to see. The work on the expressions of the soldiers is truly brilliant. These look like real people, broken by what seems like an unwinnable war. It has such a good contrast. The fight that is already lost, but as the trailer says, you have to believe. It sends shivers down my spine just thinking about it. And finally, the music. The music is beautiful. Similarly to the Dead Island trailer, what you're seeing and what you're hearing don't match, but in a strange yet beautiful way, they do. The song makes you feel like you're losing, like you've already lost. So Halo 3, you take the cake. Very well done. Hello there. I have nothing to plug here, so what I am going to plug is my Memories of War video, which I put up last time round. In the video I spoke about my memories with Gears of War being the first ever game that I actually played quite a lot as a kid, so any support to that video down here would be very good. Thanks for watching guys. GilloboiJr signing off.